I'm SD, and if you're tired of wearing clothes that don't fit you the way that you want, yeah man, you're in the right place. A sewing machine can fix all of that for you, but do you buy a new one or do you buy a used one? Like, I don't know, a gray one or a blue one? First things first, what should you look for in a sewing machine? Well, luckily, not really all that much. You want your sewing machine to be able to answer 3 questions for you. What type of stitch do you want to make? How long do you want that stitch to be? And how wide? And the good news is every single sewing machine, there's a tongue twister, every single sewing machine made in the last like 150 years can answer those 3 questions for you spectacularly. So if it's a machine from 1929 or 1999, yeah, you'll be just fine. Does anybody else feel like 1999 was only 10 years ago? I know I do. Let's start with the pros of buying a used sewing machine. Well, this one's a no-brainer. You can get a steal of a deal on a used sewing machine. It's super cost effective compared to buying a new one. I think it's a fantastic idea if you're not really sure if you want to dive all the way into this. You just kind of want to test the waters a little bit and see if you like it, because it might not be for you. Most of the time, you can find a really high quality machine that's just been gently used, and that comes down to the user of the sewing machine. They usually take really good care of them. Not to typecast, but usually the previous owner was an older female, and they just, for whatever reason, have a knack for things just lasting when they have them. I started all this on my mom's sewing machine, and she barely ever used that thing. R.I.P. It's also a really green choice because you're stopping that sewing machine from just ending up in a landfill, because that's exactly where it's gonna go when the previous owner either doesn't want it anymore or they pass away. Everybody else in the family doesn't really know how to use that machine, and they don't really care, so they just throw it away. Man, if only they knew what that sewing machine could do for their clothes. But with all of that, yeah, there's some cons to buying a used sewing machine. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. For instance, maintenance and repairs. Depending on the condition of that used sewing machine, it might need some loving. Might need a little bit of TLC if you know what I mean. And some of that TLC can be really expensive when it comes to repairs on older machines. Things like the stitch tension on older machines, it costs more to have it fixed than it does to just go out and buy a new sewing machine. That happened to a friend of mine, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, but I wouldn't even no, go on Amazon. Another downside with a used sewing machine is you don't generally get all the accessories that would come with the new one, so you're not gonna get things like presser feet or bobbins or even the manual a lot of times, so you have to try and jimmy rig everything and figure it out. Have you ever noticed that whenever you try and find a manual for an appliance or whatever it is online, it's always this ridiculous PDF that's not organized properly at all, and it's got like hieroglyphics all over the place, and you're like, dude, I just want to know how to turn the thing on. Or they went out of business or just don't make sewing machines anymore, like Kenmore. Kenmore still makes appliances. They don't make sewing machines anymore, so if you find an old Kenmore machine, you're like, oh sweet, great deal. And guess what? You can't get any accessories for it. How about the pros of buying a new sewing machine and skipping all that nonsense? Well, if you got some disposable cash, well then you can just go get one with all the latest features that a lot of times, they can kind of change the results that you get in a good way. You're gonna get more stitch options, you're gonna get generally a stronger motor, and you're gonna get built-in tutorials too, so you're not just kind of left in the dark as to how to use the machine. Emphasis on stronger motors. A whole lot has changed in 100 years from when they used to just hand crank them. Ugh, my forearm's cramping just thinking about that. New machines usually come with a warranty or some sort of customer support as well, which is great when you dive into using it and you're trying to figure out, why is it not working, and you just want to throw your machine at the wall. Again, you think that I'm kidding, I am not. And also the fact that if you have a newer machine, there's probably a whole lot more people out there who have the same machine as you. So when you go online to try and diagnose a problem on like a forum, on YouTube, wherever it is, it's really easy to find the help that you need. SD, talk me out of buying a new sewing machine. No problem, man. It can cost a grip of money, especially for a lot of the high-end machines. And at the end of the day, if you just want to tailor your clothes to make them look better on you, it's way overkill for what you need. Way overkill. But I get the other side too. If you like having the latest iPhone every single year, you just kind of want to, get the latest sewing machine and then just be done with it for a while. Completely get it. I'd still buy a used one though. It's like 40 bucks. That's all I got for you. SD out. Double deuces today.